Hey guys, I'm just trying to fit in, and you're watching yet another battle, this time against TheUltimateRevenant. I found him on the Cerebi chat room, and we had two battles. Here is our first one. I'm talking softly again because for some reason I like to do these things when nobody else can hear me, therefore it is nighttime and I have to talk quietly. Go figure. But let's get to the battle. So I lead with my Kajondo, and he leads with his Rapushin. He goes for a bulk up after I get to high jump kick him, and his Mach Punch after bulk up still isn't enough to take out my Kajondo, so that's too bad for him. I use another high jump kick, and it's scarfed, but it doesn't really seem to matter against a Rapushin. And it just barely doesn't take it out, which sucks. So I go out to Gengar to get some regeneration HP, as well as not get hurt by a Mach Punch. And I just go for the Focus Blast because earlier I saw a Sazandora on his team, and I really don't want that to live. I was hoping he'd switch out to that to take the Shadow Ball, but he didn't. So now he sends out his Sazandora, which leads me to believe his Sazandora is faster than my Gengar, which leads me to believe that his Sazandora is scarfed. So he uses Dark Pulse, and I go out into my specially defensive Notore to take that, and I just go for the Leech Seed on the switch because I don't know what he's going to switch into. Turns out he switches into his Terrakion, and that's pretty nice because I know it's physical, and I did invest a couple physical EVs, or physically defensive EVs, into my Notore, so it's going to take that, and then his defense is going to fall because of the close combat. That's what happens, and I'm going to use Gyro Ball, and that thing has like 120 base speed, and my Notore's speed is 40, so that thing is definitely going down. He goes back into Sazandora. I guess now he's going to use Flamethrower. I don't really have anything to take the Flamethrower, and if he makes an over-prediction, that would still be pretty nice for me. So I just stay in with Notore, and now I go out into my Scarfed Kajondo, so I can high jump kick that thing. I decide to over-predict and use U-turn. I mean, it's also good because I get regeneration health, but I do get Steel Thorns damage from his Notore. But bad move on his part because he knew I had a Daruma, and that thing is just going to tear him to shreds. He's going to get hit with all of that, like Shofu says, or whatever. Get Steel Thorns damage, nobody cares. That's such a huge amount of recoil, and I guess that's the main problem with physical fire types, is that the only thing they can do is receive recoil. I don't have any defense EVs in special defense EVs in my Daruma, but but it is max speed, and apparently his thing is Sujara, I don't know, Grass Starter, has a high base speed. I think it's 113, so that's gonna outspeed me, and I'm just hoping that I can survive a Leaf Storm, and I do, and then I take it out with Flare Blitz, and then I go down, so that's a double down. I go out into my Genesect. Except it's not actually a Genesect, it's a, why am I having such trouble? It's a Zoroark, and it's a Life Orb Zoroark, so I'm just going to use Focus Blast, and I didn't think I'd outspeed, so that was pretty cool in that I did outspeed. I guess it was Spexed and not Scarfed. Now I use Dark Pulse on, he sends out his Ogamoth, or whatever you want to call it, Urugamosu, and he's going to use the Fire Dance. And at this point I'm not sure if he knows I'm a Zoroark or not, because that would have been, Fire Dance is the obvious choice, but I think it's the obvious choice anyway, unless he wanted super effective damage, but he didn't really need it. So I go out into my Scarfed Kajondo because I know I can still outspeed a +1 base 100 Pokemon. And I do, and that's nice. I get to use Rock Slide, and that's double super effective. And good game. Let's battle again sometime.